Good evening to everyone. Greetings to SAMS. A very good evening to everyone present here. I am Karishma, your host. On behalf of SEMS Welfare Foundation and the entire team, welcome you all for today's knowledge session on From Classroom to Real World Unlocking Creativity and Innovation at 5 p.m. From Classroom to Real World Unlocking Creativity and Innovation emphasizes bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical application, fostering creativity and innovation in students through real world problem solving and engaging learning experience. Let me introduce about our organization SAMS. SAMS Welfare Foundation, a registered non-profit organization, is dedicated to social impact across various sectors. We focus on education, particularly skill development and entrepreneurship. Through our initiative, the DG Shaksham, we have created training programs in IT, finance, retail, and entrepreneurship, impacting over 6,000 individuals. We are currently upscaling inmates in Haryana jails and collaborating with universities and colleges. We have also partnered with bank to place over 1,500 candidates in jobs. In just a short time, SIMS has established itself as a force for positive change, equipping individuals with skill for employment and promoting women's leadership in various industries. This session is collaboratively organized by SAMS Web. SAMS Web solution is a dynamic and innovative enterprise dedicated to transforming the way businesses and individuals achieve their goals across staffing, skilling, advisory services, and admission services. Founded with the various to bridge gap in talent, technology, and education, SEMS Web Solution is committed to delivering expectational value to our clients through integrated, customized, and forward thinking solutions. At SAMS Web Solutions, we don't just deliver services, we create pathways to success. Join us in our journey to transform challenges into opportunities and vision into clear reality. Now, I would like to introduce our speaker, Dr. Jayanti Goyal. In today's fast-paced world, we need leaders who can bridge the gap between theory and practice. Dr. Jayanti Goyal is one such leader with a strong foundation in software engineering, artificial intelligence, and entrepreneurship. She is at the forefront of innovation. Her experience as head and associate professor, coupled with her extensive research and publication record, demonstrates her commitment to pushing boundaries. Dr. Goyal's involvement with organizations like IEEE and her patients showcase her dedication to translating ideas into real world solutions. Get ready to be inspired by the insight of Dr. Jayanti Goyal.
Thank you, first of all, SEMS Web Solutions and SEMS Foundation for giving me this opportunity to organize this knowledge session and to share my knowledge about from classroom to real world, unlocking creativity and innovation. Actually, I'm in the field of this management as well as computer science because I have done my 2 doctorates in this field. So therefore, I have a much exposure on that. So I'm trying my best to reveal some formulas through how you can develop that creativity and innovation and how can you become an entrepreneur like that. So before going to the session, can you please let me know who will be the audience so that I can cope up with your intelligence and your creativity like that, from creativity and innovation. So we all are human being, and I must say we all must have learning or you can say creating stamina or whole life. If you stop learning new things, that means you are retired and you are not knowing anything as new things. आप कुछ भी नया नहीं सीख रहे हैं. But if you are at the age of 60 but always ready to learn something new, you are always young. So whatever we learn in the classroom, whatever we learn from the people, whatever we learn from the environment, all these things should be applied in the real world application as well. So what is a creativity? Creativity is just nothing. Creativity is just any idea. whatever an idea you have in your mind. Creativity, an idea or the product that changes the existing product or the domain, that transform that existing domain into the new one. Similarly, creativity can be described as the discovery of something that is novel, that is new, and that new novelty basically useful for or relevant for economical purpose or valuable. That is the creativity. That means whatever you are developing a new thing for the useful of the user, useful of the person, or useful for the society. So there are the different types of creativity are there. Like primary creativity like deals with the spontaneous creations, like you are sitting on the sofa, you are thinking about something else, and immediately you have an idea. That is the spontaneous creation. Secondary creativity like is more deliberated, designed, or you can say developed by the skilled. So you are working on the some idea and you applied that idea on something else, and that idea is developed insight to the invention. Like Thomas Alva Edison, if you remember, he did like 100 failures before developing that electric bulb. So that skill is applied on the idea, and that insight create the invention. Third is the technical creativity. Technical creativity like aims at the finding out improvement in a process, so as to improve efficiency, so that whatever skill you have, you can improve that, you can become efficient in that, like that. Inventive creativity like making a new things or combining the different things into a new one. We will see in the next slides, like that. Another one is the innovative creativity. Innovative creativity involves for like something reaching out to the application, or something like you are applying a device, you are designing a new device, you are applying that application, or you are motivating your staff to develop new things, like that is the innovative creativity. And imaginative creativity, it consists of new revolutionary principles for an art or the science, like psychoanalytic concept, or different type of concept are there for the type of creativity. So there are different type of creativity forms are there. So this is the creativity process. Whatever idea you have, you prepare for that idea in your mind. After that, you incubate that idea, you design that idea, you write down the jot down all the applications on the paper, and then you go to the that idea, you go to the feedback, like whether it idea works or not, whether that idea, if I'm working on that idea, at what scale I can explore that idea. Like you are inciting all the pros and cons on that idea. After evaluating all these pros and cons of that idea, you elaborate it, you applied it in the real world, and you try to create that. So basically, in the creation of the process of the creation of the creativity, when you are successful creation are proceeded by whatever the you investigating, whatever information you are gathering. So you can gather information from different sources, and after that, a creative person allow their subconscious mind to dwell over the different ideas, dwell about the different information which is accumulated during this preparation phase. And whatever incubation ideas you have, this is the moment when a person is able to locate the certain solution. Okay, this is the problem, and these are the certain solutions I can apply on that particular case ideas. In that case, this solution is useful, in that case this solution is useful. So you are the person is improving on solutions slowly and steadily. And after that, on the evolution phase is regarded as the most emotional part, because when one feels uncertain, like whether this idea, my idea works or not, whether should I should I go with that idea or not, what will be the economical feasibility, what will be the financial feasibility is there are so much of insecurity in your mind. And what are the other people think about that, all that is evaluation. लोग मेरे बारे में क्या सोचेंगे, यदि मैं इस आइडिया पे काम करूंगा तो लोग क्या कहेंगे कि अरे यार इस आइडिया पे काम कर रहा है, बिल्कुल बेकार आइडिया है, लाइक दैट. All those things jotting down our mind. So that is the evaluation phase ki let I should go with that idea or not. And in the elaboration phase, like this is the most difficult step of creativity, because it requires a self discipline, self motivation, dedication to go with that idea. Because entrepreneur without perseverance, no one becomes an entrepreneur. So if you are working on that idea, definitely you should go with that. And there are the different types of barriers to creativity. Like first is the resistance to change. One thing, people just get used to doing a particular work in the customized manner. So फिक्स रूट है, इसी रूट से जाना है, यही करना है, इसके अलावा हमें दूसरा रूट लेना ही नहीं है. वॉट एवर इज द चेंज इन आवर एनवायरमेंट, वी रजिस्ट टू दैट चेंज. हम चेंज कुछ करना ही नहीं चाहते हैं, हम कुछ न्यू आइडिया पे काम ही नहीं करना चाहते हैं, बिकॉज देर आर सो मेनी रीजन। लोग क्या सोचेंगे, मेरे पास इतने पैसे नहीं है, मैं इतनी छोटा काम करूंगा क्या, मैं इतनी छोटी छोटी सी छोटा सा बुटीक खोलूंगी क्या, लाइक वॉट एवर देर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स आर देयर। सो देर इज द रेजिस्टेंस टू चेंज, वी डोंट वांट टू चेंज बेसिकली। That is the first barrier in the creativity. Your mind doesn't think about it because you doesn't want to change. So that is the first is resistance to change. Second is the lack of initiative. Normally no one want to take the initiative to change anything else. Similarly, like in an organization, if somebody is working on that working on some idea, and she is thinking about that, okay, I will do that, but she is not like to take initiative. She is talking about with their friends, with their colleagues in the canteen and the office, like that. All are appreciating, wow, your idea is very good, you can work on that. Why don't you talk to the boss about that? But log kya sochte hain ki okay, if I propose that idea, I have to work on that, I have to work extra. Like these are the something which we feel in our organization, in our working environment. So no one want to take the initiative. That lack of initiative basically opposed to giving the creativity. So that may be subordinate fearing that it will undermine their authority. Like some superior can say, or bosses can say, like if they are working on that, so my superiority or my bossism will be let down. Some subordinate may feel, okay, if my boss is working on that, so they may dominate us. Like there are so many reasons. So another barrier to creativity is the lack of initiative. Third one is the restriction on interaction. Like people doesn't want a free and open environment which provided by the organization to the members to opportunity to work on that new idea. So organization must have an provide an environment so that different people, different colleagues can sit together, meet together, together, talk on chai or the coffee, and exchange their ideas, exchange their theories, exchange their views on that particular idea or particular environment. So such interaction facilitate the exchange of ideas, exchange of information, which require the creative work, where which is barrier in the restricted environment. So therefore organization try to provide a good environment or the interactive environment for that. Next is barriers of creativity, like fear of something going wrong. Like as I told you, there are so many people are there which have fabulous idea, but what is that they are not able to work on that idea because they think यदि ये हो गया तो, यदि ऐसा हो गया तो, यदि वैसा हो गया तो, if does it happen, if that will happen, if this will happen. So they have so many fears are there in their mind. Therefore many new ideas may go wrong or prove impractical. So that is the another one barrier of creativity. So whenever creative work is to be undertaken, there are so many possibilities of success and there are so many possibilities of failure as well. But we don't want to fear like to take a step ahead. Never ever. If you want to become a true entrepreneur and if you want to take your knowledge from classroom to the real world, definitely you should not fear with something wrong. You should not fear with success or the failure. You just try on that. You just try on that. Like Thomas as well as Edison tried for the 100 attempts to design that electric bulb, but last attempt he succeeded, otherwise 99 times he failed. He doesn't able to design that bulb. So 99 failure, it doesn't mean he will not succeed again. Not at all. So that fear of something going wrong is another barrier into the mind of human person in the creativity. Yes, lack of recognition as well. There are so many failures are there. There are so many successful people are also there, but failure to recognize or reward creativity basically act as a motivating factor. If someone has an idea in our organization, or say for example in your school or your college, if you're a teacher or if you're a professional, some subordinate have a great idea, you should motivate them. You should try to work on that idea, because if anyone has an idea and they work hard on that idea, and they are the very creative people are there, so they should go with the provide with the adequate financial support, adequate recognition, motivation. Wow, what's an idea, you should work on that. You can say like that, you can clap for them, you can reward them financially or whatever in another way you can do. So lack of recognition, यदि लोगों को recognition नहीं मिलेगा, मेरे पास एक आइडिया है, मैंने बहुत अच्छा काम किया, I have worked very hard, But what happened if I'm not working on that? So if I'm not providing very good information, if I'm not working on any good idea, so what will happen? I may get maybe disappointed ki, no, my idea is not working on that. So you should actually work on that idea. You should motivate your subordinate, you should motivate your students. Yes, that I have to work on that, and you should work on that. You should work hard like that. I'm always with you. These are the some quotes like I'm always with you. So student like feel like, okay, wow, my teacher is there always with me, I have to work on that. Similarly, if your boss is there, if you are head of the department, or professor or assistant professors are there, you can encourage your subordinates. You can do, I'm with you. I will talk to the principal, I will talk to the director, I will talk to the manager, like that. So these type of some appreciating words, these type of some appreciation definitely enhance the creativity of that person. So similarly, next is resource constraint. Of course, there are some not sufficient funds are available, not sufficient resources are available. So absence of adequate resources is also hang up with that barrier of creativity. Sometimes, of course, there are different type of management are there. Some management teams are very supportive, but some are not very supportive. So of course, that is also the barrier in the form of creativity. There are so many competitors are also there. So these are the certain reasons why that creativity barrier. यदि किसी के दिमाग में idea भी आता है, if someone has an idea and if it doesn't feel I have no so much of resources are there, if I have no not an recognition, I'm not getting any recognition, so उनका creativity वहीं खत्म हो जाए. So these are the some barriers of creativity. So basically, life is not about ending yourself. Life is about creating yourself. You every day you should create new things. You always think out of the box, generate new ideas, working on that new product, working on that new service, innovative product, innovative services, innovative ideas. That this is the problem. How can I solve this problem? And basically, what that as it is to become an entrepreneur or to become an your classroom knowledge applied to the real world is first thought is what are the problems arising around us. There are so many problems in our daily lives we feel, and if you focus on those problem solution now, definitely you can become a successful entrepreneur. Whatever unicorn are there, you may talk about like Ola, you may talk about Zomato, Swiggy, Airbnb, like if there are some international audience is also there. Airbnb is the best example who start with a homestay, but earlier their pictures were not catchy, so they think about that what will be the reason that Airbnb is not growing. So after going to the feedback, some of the participants like guest, they got that feedback, their pictures are not very clear whatever they are providing. After that, they send the professional photographers to that homestay homes, and they click on the pictures and they upload the on the websites, and after that their website is boomed up. So Airbnb is another example. There are so many unicorn companies are there. Lenskart आप देख रहे हैं. So basically what I'm trying to say that if you are focusing on the solution, if you are focusing on the solution of that particular problem which arises in our surrounding, definitely you can become an amazing entrepreneur. Because to solve that problem, there is a single problem that there are many creative solutions, there are many different perspective to solve that problem and to get the unique solution. So that creative thinking is beyond traditional boundaries and of course beyond your imagination. So that creative thinking you should know about that. How can you become a creative? And basically, when is it useful to be creative? Like become a creative person is everywhere and everywhere. Every time who doesn't like to meet a creative person? So basically there are so many key changes for the businesses. Like there are a lot of competition is there, lot of globalization, because so many companies are becoming globalized, and businesses are changing with their deep changes due to the artificial intelligence, as you know. So everybody wants to make a creative person in their organization. So that creative thinking idea first developed by the Edward Dobano, basically in his book The Mechanism of Minds, and he proposed that six hat. I will tell you in the some other session, like if I got an opportunity, that six hats of Edward de Bono. So that mechanism minds basically focuses on different ideas, whatever ideas you have in your mind as well as subconscious mind, and he work upon that. There are so many possibilities are there, limitless opportunities, limitless possibilities our minds had have which can generate, and looks for many right answers rather than just one. Basically, as I told you now, you have so many problems are there, and each problem has a not only one solution, each problem has a many solutions. So basically you have to look at the answers, right answer. There are, say for example, 4 5 solutions are there, so you have to pick one solution, and you have to work on that. So everyone has a substantial ability, creative ability. आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि भगवान ने मुझे तो यार मेरे अंदर तो कोई क्रिएटिव नहीं है, आई कांट बी क्रिएटिव पर्सन, नॉट एट ऑल. गॉड हैज मेड एवरीवन हैज अ गिव्स substantial creativity to creative person to be a creative person. But what it is, that ability to generate new ideas, combining old things into the new one, or reapplying on those existing ideas, this is just like an attitude, the ability to accept change that I shared in my previous slide. Like resistance to change is a one barrier in the creativity. So if you want to become a creative person, if you want to become a like a creative thinking person, that always welcome to change rather than resistance to change. And it is a process that creative person knows that there is always room for improvement. If I say I developed a solution, this is a problem, I developed a solution, whatever service, whatever product, whatever software you are providing, say for example, and if you developed a very good product, I show you some products in the next slides, and you say my product is this, and this product I designed, this product is novel and no one has developed like this. Okay, good. No, no, not a bad idea. But if I'm thinking like that, I'm the only person, I'm the only creative person who developed that idea, who developed that product, and no product is there like me, and there is no improvement for that product. So that is the blocking the creativity. There is always a room for the improvement. ऐसा कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता कि आपने जो डिजाइन किया है, आपने जो बनाया है, उसके अंदर इम्प्रूवमेंट की गुंजाइश ही ना हो. Definitely there is always a room for improvement. So there are the certain characteristics of that creative person. If you are applying to that knowledge, if you are applying to that creativity, like a creative person always want to seek the problem and try to find out the solution, and he's always curious about to know new things. What does it happen, how does it happen, why it has happened, all the question, क्या क्यों कैसे कहाँ, like that, कब हुआ, कहाँ हुआ, कैसे हुआ, all his mind is always curious, and he always optimistic about that. Okay, if I'm working on that idea doesn't work, no matter, we'll work on another. That if that idea also doesn't work, no matter, I will work on third. Always optimistic, because I learned something. If it is a good idea, definitely you learn. If it is fail idea, you learn something about that, you also learn from your failures also. So she always a optimistic person, like creative person is always a optimistic, imaginative, and doesn't give up easily. Like as I told you, Thomas Alva Edison, 99 times he failed, but he doesn't give up. He tried again and again, he worked on that. These are the some creative methods I'm showing you. Like these are the some creative methods. My slides are visible? Is my slides are visible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So these are the some creative methods I'm talking about. Like for the creativity, these are the something else like evolution, synthesis, revolution, pre-application, and changing direction. Like first one is the evaluation. In earlier times, we have this type of chair, like this one is, and that problem had been solved again and again. And now this is the armchair like that, and this is the new version. This is the evaluation. This size of chair is timely evolved. It has no wheels in the chair, while is at wheels in the chair, and it is immovable. Now chairs are movable. So this is the evolution. Time के साथ there is a evolution. That is the second one is the synthesis. Like easily you can see that this is the synthesis idea. Like there are floppy disk. Floppy disk is like we store floppy disk is like the storage idea, you can say. It is just like the pen drive. If you are younger one and you have no idea of the floppy disk, I'm telling you, just like pen drive, you can store the data in the earlier in 90s or 20s. There is a floppy disk which is a storage device which can store the data. And this is the telephone. All know landline phone is there, which is only used for dialing the numbers for the communication and all. So what will be the new idea? What will be the creative idea? They must two things. There are two or more existing ideas. One is the floppy disk, another one is the telephone. They combined into the third idea, and that is a mobile phone, which has a storage in the memory as well as you can dial the number. So telephone or storage disk को उसने एक में ही कर दिया, and they evolved the mobile phone. Similarly, sometimes the best new idea is a completely different one. Like this is the rocket one they designed for that. This is the revolution. This is the reapplication in the sense earlier we have a gum stick like that, and now with it that application of glue stick or the gum stick has been changed, and they evolved they reapplied in a different tubes like that. And last one is the changing direction at times wherever we are solving that problem, maybe that particular solution not work, so we can change the direction of that solution and maybe that may be implemented in that particular direction. So these are the simple creative methods on which we can work. As I told you, negative attitude always blocks your creativity. If you want to become a creative person, never say like that, oh, that is a big problem, what a problem I am facing. Never say like that. Never say like it cannot be done. Why it cannot be done? There is no room for impossible. Everything is possible like that. Similarly, I cannot do it. No, never say I cannot do it. I can do it. I'll try my best to do it like that. I'm not creative. How can I be? I'm not a very creative person. I have no idea about that creativity and all that. Never say like that, and never think about that what will people think. लोग हैं, लोगों का काम है कहना और लोग कुछ तो कहें. So never ever think about what people think. If you have an idea, if you have some knowledge in your classroom, definitely apply into the real world and go to that entrepreneur journey. You may fail, doesn't matter. हर कोई फेल होता है, कभी आप फेल होंगे, कभी आप पास होंगे. That doesn't matter, but you should work on that. So that negative attitude always block your creativity, so you should not say these words. So how can you improve that creative thinking, and how can you work on that? So to enhance that creative thinking, there are certain techniques. If you want to increase that creative thinking about yourself, so first is the brainstorming is like there are so many ideas, there are so many thoughts in your mind flowing, like free flowing ideas are there, so many ideas are there. You just jot down all those ideas without judgment, whether this idea will work, whether this idea will not work. My idea is not very good, my idea is not very bad, like that. Whatever the idea you have, just jot down all the ideas without judgment. That is the meaning of brainstorm. First is that. Second is the mind mapping, visualizing all the connections between the idea 1, idea 2, idea 3. If I'm working on that idea 1, now how can it flow in a second stage, how can it flow in the third stage, like that. That is a mind mapping. That is the scamper method, and I told you like there are so many structured approach using this like a scamper method. If you have a one thing, you can substitute with another one, you can combine, like as I told you later, this is the example of substitution. This is the non-wheelchair, we can convert with the wheelchair. That is the meaning of substitution. This is the example of combination. We combine that floppy disk with the telephone, and they generate a phone, mobile phone. So this is the example of combine. This is the modify or adapt and put to another use. If you have a thing which is for one use, you can use it. Eliminate, you can reverse. There are so many scamper methods are there through which you can try to develop that creative thinking. Later thinking is looking at the problems from unconventional angle. Unconventional angle sense कि this is the problem and there is a solution. This is the conventional mind कि मेरे दिमाग में ये solution है, ऐसे ही चलेगा, जो बहुत ही orthodox like of mentality and इसके अलावा कोई दूसरा solution हो. None other. Always look at the problem from the unconventional views and उसको नए तरीके से सोचने की कोशिश करिए. How can I solve that problem? That lateral thinking is given by the Edward de Bono. And last one is the divergent thinking, which explore the many possibilities before narrowing down. There are so many ideas are there, so you are working on that, narrow down all the solutions. So there are so many brainstorming techniques are there on which you can work on that brainstorming. As I told you, like this is the most important rule in which no critical comments are allowed. You are just you don't need to think about that this is the bad idea, good idea. No, you have to think freely. You have to work on that on the practical ideas. Just try to write down all the ideas and generate a large stock of ideas so that later they can be shifted way through. Like if you have 5-6 ideas, so later on, if you're thinking on that after 1 month or 2 months, you have a complete list of ideas and you can work on that, on which idea you want to work. And there is a so many practical methodologies are there on which you can work that. Like you can choose a recorder, organize all the ideas, keep the session you're relaxed and playful. There are sequencing, there are so many of idea generating questions are there. Like as I told you, you must be curious. So for that curiosity, you have to know who, what act should be there, when or what timing should be there, where is the source of that idea, and why, what is the purpose of that idea, why I'm working on that problem, why I'm want to solve that problem, like that. And what will be the methodology to solve that problem. There are so many idea generating questions are there. So next is a blockbusting technique. Blockbusting technique in the sense, similarly there are so many techniques are there to increase your creativity. Like there is always an improvement. As I told you, if you're working on that idea and you are thinking that is the ultimate idea and I'm working on that, there is no room for improvement, doesn't work. So you always think about that. Okay, if I'm working on that idea, if I'm working on that and that work, so there may be a room for improvement. So there are so many of reversing and traversing is there, and there are so many conceptual concepts are also there on which you can work on that. And for that you have to work upon you are working on a similar way. Like first time if you are working on that, so if you are working on like first time, then you can say okay, that will be an good idea. And next time if you are working on another idea, you can always remember that, you say okay, this is also I can work on that. So whatever idea you are working, you can find out a easy solution for that problem. So that is all about creativity. If you have any question or like up to the creativity, I would love to hear from you. Otherwise we can go for innovation. So can anybody tell me, what does it mean innovation? What does it mean innovation?
नवाचार, नवीकरण.
Yes, Navachar. Yes, yes, very nice. So, innovation is nothing else. There is a way to do it better and find it a better way. Like from initially, talking about Thomas Alva Edison. So, innovation means you are searching for something new. You are doing something new. That is the similar simple, you can say, innovation. So innovation is you can say combination of your creativity in a different manner, in a different creative manner. You want to innovate that thing. Of course there is so much of failures are there, and after that failure you are again trying on that. That is the iteration, again and again you are working on that principle, you are working on that product, you are working on that service, like that. So innovation is what? Innovation is a muggling of between the creativity, failure and iteration. You are creative person, you are designing something else, you failed on that, doesn't matter, again you are working on your creativity, failed, doesn't matter, you are again. There is a looping concept, you can say. So creativity, failure and iteration, that is the meaning of innovation. And basically innovation is not in the sense of for a product. Innovation is in a resulting in a new product, it a new process, opening of new market, the new way of organizing the business, the new sources of supply, whatever. So basically, sculpture says like innovation comes about through new combination of made by an entrepreneur, which result in a new thing. So like new product, as I told you, like there is a chair with wheel and there is a chair without wheel. That is a new product. New process like that. Earlier we go to the bank and we if we want to deposit something else and if we want to withdraw some money, we go to the bank, physically bank, we keep on the queue and we are waiting for our queue to deposit that money. Nowadays there is a machines are there is no queue, we go to the ATM and like that. So there is a new process of credit and debiting the money from that person. So new process, of course there is an innovation. ATM machine are the innovation. Your mobile applications for the particular bank to transfer the money, that is again the new process. Opening of new markets, like that e-commerce is the example of opening of new market. There are so many e-commerce websites are there. Earlier we go to the market physically and purchase something else. Now there are opening of so many of new markets are there. Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Myntra, whatever, Shopify. There are so many new markets are there. And for that new market, of course, there is a new way of organizing that business as well. Because earlier when we see there are so many business are there. If there is a grocery store, there is only a grocery store. If there is a cloth store, there is always a cloth store. While nowadays that concept has been totally changed. Why? Because in Amazon, that is not the way that you have only grocery store, or you can purchase only clothes, or you can purchase only the shoes or whatever. So basically, that idea of generating the new market totally changed by that e-commerce company. So of course that is also the innovation. And new sources of supply, there are different type of supply chains are there who are working on that. So these are the two things are there. One is the invention, when bicycle was invented, and that bicycle, earlier that bicycle is used for mode of transmission like that. Now innovation is that they are the smart watches is there, speedometer is there, so you can check your speed and like that. So that invention is different from innovation, because it doesn't have a commercial value basically, but it may have in a future. And there is no shortage of idea, so that only idea or invention can be called an innovation. So there is a difference between this innovation and invention. So there are, as I told you, there are three different type of innovation. One is the product innovation. If you want to innovate something new, that is a product. Hard thing is that. Second is the innovation. Innovation in the sense you are developing a new technology, you are developing a new process. As I told you, like in the bank, जब हम बैंक जाते हैं, लाइन में लगते हैं, पैसे जमा कराते थे, तो उस प्रोसेस को बैंकों ने चेंज कर, दैट प्रोसेस हैज बीन चेंज बाय द ऐप. अब आप मशीन में जाते हैं, मशीन में पैसे डालते हैं, वहीं से पैसे जमा हो जाते हैं, पैसे निकालने हैं, आप एटीएम में जाते हैं. सो यूपीआई पेमेंट आर ऑल्सो प्रोसेस इनोवेशन. एंड थर्ड, service innovation. All the Zomato, Swiggy, Ola, Uber are the example of service innovation, because they change the services. Whatever services are provided by the different vendors now. So service के अंदर innovation. हम लोगों को क्या सर्विस दे रहे हैं, उस सर्विस में हम क्या नया कर सकते हैं. That is the meaning of service innovation. So product innovation, all are the example of, like from candle to the solar lights or the LED, all are the example of product innovation. As I told you, that product innovation maybe you can say change in product innovation change. It can be change in the in the shape or in the color or whatever you can say. That product innovation is there. And second is the product innovation ke baad, like as I told you, like new screen size for TVs. There is a CRT tubes were there earlier. So nowadays flat screens are there. And internet access TVs are also there. That is a product innovation, definitely. Process innovation, as I told you, like it involves new or significantly improved method for the product or interrelated activities, like process, as I told you, like banking services and all that. So that is the process innovation. And why this process innovation we are making? Because we want to make a simpler and faster, we want to provide the simpler services and the faster services, more accurate and more reliable services. Therefore, they are reducing the unit cost by improving the product capacity. Because in the process innovation, if you see, if there are 10 or 20 employees are there in the bank, now most of the work is done only by the half of the person, because there are so many apps are there. Each and every bank has a certain options, and each and everyone has a very good techno savvy. So at least the new generation who can use that tech savvy, so they can work their work, and they can improve their processes. So for that purpose, like they improve their innovation, service innovation in everything, like efficiency they improve, the technology part they improve, they are more reliable. Like as I told you, service industries are there, like hotel industry, education industry, food industry. In the food industry, Zomato and Swiggy are there. In the transport industry, there are so many. Rapido is there, Ola, Uber is there. Similarly, in hotel industry, there is a Airbnb and Oyo hotels are there. So they are providing a very good services for the service innovation. But what is that? They are doing by using the technology plus better service, they make a service innovation. So we already discussed that there are different type of innovation are there. So basically when we design something else, when we innovate something else, there are two phases in the innovation phase. Like one phase is the design phase, and second phase is the implementation. So whatever you are innovating, whatever you are doing, first you have to design design on that paper. You have to design, you have to define that path, you have to design that flow chart, and after designing that phase, you have to implement that product, or you can say implement that service, or the implement that process. So design phase is different, which involves so many of brainstorming phases, so many of creativity is allowed in the design phase. And in the implementation phase, it requires a different mode of management. Like after designing, there is so much planning need to be done, and it requires a lot of coordination between the people, lot of control and evaluation also important while we developing or while we implementing that phase. So that implementation process of innovation establish delivery part, as well as at the technological level. There are so many processes of innovation. So basically radical innovation, making major changes in something, focus like on what the system can change and how can we use as a technological level, how can we improve that innovation like that. And incremental in the sense, if you are working on that smaller idea or a smaller one, then you can easily manage on that higher level, or the you can go for the another level. So these are the simple innovation processes are there, incremental and radical innovation. And there are certain ideas, there are certain things like innovation design. In the innovation design, basically is the process of developing and implementing new ideas, and that developing a new idea or the production. If you have an idea and you have an innovative idea, you can design something else. That design may be a product design or the service design, whatever, doesn't matter. And in the innovation design process, basically you research and identify opportunities, you generate that idea, and as I told you now, you jot down all the ideas, and then you prototype that, and that test, and after that you implement that idea. So these are the certain innovation designers there. Like you can see this is the sofa which is used for sitting on the person, but this is the innovative that on the handles, and in the basement they he put like that books you can keep on that. So similarly there is a this is a mobile holder. There are so many persons are there who want to spend a lot of work in the bathroom, so there is a toilet paper holder, but on that they designed that mobile holder also in that part. This is very good idea. Similarly they developed that innovation. This is the innovation for that lunchbox. They designed that lunchbox in the form of like sandwich like that. So there are so many innovative ideas are there. So many people are work on that. This is the hydrated bottle, which keeps you reminding on you have to drink water, and what will be the temperature, and at what time, and how many time interval you have to drink that water. So there are so many things are there on that idea. You can work on that, and for that, as I told you, you have lot of creativity, you have lot of innovation ideas are there. But for that creativity, and if you want to solve that particular problem to that solution, definitely you have to brainstorm on that ideas, and after that jot down all the ideas, and that flow on that work step by step, make your team to solve that problem, to solve that creativity. And after that you can work on that, and definitely you can innovate something else. So in a nutshell, what I can say, like in today's fast paced and ever evolving world, there are so many terms are there, like design thinking, innovation, creative thinking are there. So basically creative thinking is that which pushes you beyond your conventional ideas. You have to open about the new ideas or unconventional ideas, you have to work upon that. And innovation design, while is a mix of integrating like various strategies and designs. It may be a new design, it may be a new product, it may be a new service. Like Tesla is developing a driverless car. They are Starlink, they are developing a chip on they can put on the human mind, and they can understand what about the human is thinking. So they are working on that. So basically true innovation arises at the combination of that creativity, imagination, and execution, all that. So future belong to those who want to challenge that, and who want to work on that, and they work on the ideas, and they apply that knowledge into their ideas, and they try to become that idea into a reality. and they want to seriously, they want to work on that, and they want to design something new like that. So these are the creative and like-minded people are there who are working on that, and seriously they are designing, they are innovating something new. So basically making ideas happen, whatever the idea, no idea is a good or bad idea. Coming up with an idea is only half of the story. So you have to work on that idea, and you have to apply your knowledge on that idea, and that in that way you can always become an entrepreneur. You can apply your classroom study into the real, and definitely you will be a real hero if you can apply that idea properly and execute that idea with a team like that. So thank you all of you. Thank you, Lakshmi ma'am, for providing me this opportunity. Thank you, SEMS Foundation. And I would love to hear if you have any questions.
Yeah,
and,
madam.
Definitely.
I'm GD Garg. I want to know whether a hydrogen car, LED bulb, robotic surgery, these are innovation or research invention.
Hydrogen car?
Yeah, hydrogen car.
Of
Car
course,
running.
these are the invention. Of course, these are the invention.
And LED bulb.
LED bulb is the innovation, because that there is a electric bulb is there. So that electric bulb, they developed that in the LED. So that is the innovation.
Robotic surgery.
Robotic surgery is the invention.
Invention. Not
Yes.
innovation.
No.
Not innovation.
No.
A driverless car.
Driverless car, of course, innovation, because there is no improvement. Like there is a no car which is driverless. So just like internet is the innovation, similarly driverless car is the innovation.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Anyone else? I hope you all enjoyed that.
I think in case of enhancement of speed also we'll say this innovation, like in train we have got bullet train.
Yes, bullet train is
Speed
of course an innovation.
we have increased the speed.
Yes,
So that is also innovation.
Yes,
Or,
of course.
or invention. It will be innovation.
Yes.
Metro train also. Metro train.
Yes.
That is also innovation.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, Rakim here, ma'am. Ma'am,
Hello.
can we consider Vande Bharat as the innovation, ma'am, towards our country?
Yes, बताइए सर क्या कह रहे हैं?
Ma'am, Vande Bharat भी innovation में count होगा, ma'am, because after 6 months they will going to stop it, ma'am, due to the track is not supporting the speed limit after 120 km per hour. तो इसमें वो इनोवेशन में काउंट होगा या ड्रॉबैक में आ जाएगा, मैम? वंदे भारत
इनोवेशन ही है. यदि वो स्टॉप होता है तो वो तो अभी हमारा, बिकॉज आवर ट्रैक इज नॉट सपोर्टिंग ना, therefore we can say, otherwise it is innovation.
Thank you, ma'am.
On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. Jayanti Goyal, our outstanding speaker today. We are privileged to hear her fascinating and thought-provoking session on From Classroom to Real World, Unlocking Creativity and Innovation. Through his remarkable ability to convey information, Dr. Jayanti Goyal shares insightful discoveries and deeply motivational concepts. Her engaging participation captivated us and inspired us to reflect on the significance of fleeting moments. We appreciate the time and effort she invested in delivering this enriching program. Thank you, Dr. Jayanti Goyal.